How is everyone?
When iOS.
Yeah.
Fads might be able to explain further on that one.
Hey guys, sorry for missing the AMA last week. Apple replied to us they approved the login process, but they want us to put an additional step that we're working on. So that's meant for people who don't want to log in. Apple insists that there should be a practice mode without the users being forced to make a wallet. So we are accommodating, should be done in a couple of weeks. We weren't expecting this pushback because all the builds that we submitted didn't have this requirement. I think they're trying to make sure that there is some form of data privacy around people who are sampling content, and they want to make sure that people don't need to log in before they try. So I will come back with an update again next week on how we're progressing. But like I said, the previous issue that they spoke about, we fixed it and they accepted it. But this came out from left field, so we'll have to tackle the problem and make sure that we conform to their requirements.
Middle of December, any closer to special edition for charity?
We announced that we were doing a partnership for Fundraiser XP, but the missing part right now is for us to be able to collect credit card payments because their usual donor base are not from the space, and while they want to contribute to the fundraiser and participate in the NFT purchase, I think it's fair to assume that they still want the option to be able to purchase by credit card. We may not want to lose a potential donor because of the complexity of setting up wallets and such, right? So we have to meet in the middle for this because their donor base have been contributing for years, and this is a fundraiser, so we do need them to support us as well during the sale. So the credit card system will be implemented before we roll it out. So that will take a bit more time. We expect to have news about it probably early January, and then we'll do probably a couple of weeks of marketing. The target market for this edition isn't the typical NFT collector base, but a new crowd of people who want to keep a collection of NFTs that are related to the foundation that they love, and also be able to purchase them easily without a lot of barriers in place. So give us a couple more weeks, we should be able to announce something at the early start of January. From Cogfather, how many players? We've got about less than 10,000 players at the moment. Cogfather, we are still throttling or controlling the number of people coming in. And that's because we are rolling out the play to earn mechanism. We don't want to bring too many people without the play to earn being able to cash out. So the team has been working hard for the past couple of weeks to make sure that happens. So Pete's team and our team as well. I think this week we are able to allow people to cash out their RFOX. Announcements will be made probably before Friday, where there is a AMA that happens on Facebook as one of the regular contents that we will be producing for people who are new to COGs, right? For most of the contents related to these AMAs may not be applicable to you guys because you know the ecosystem, but this is more of an educational AMA where people get to ask questions to our team. Sometimes as simple as how do I download the game, all the way to, okay, I have RFOX now, how do I actually get cash for it? So this is more, the content is built on teaching people how to participate in play to earn. We've tried FAQs, we've tried infographics, but I think that this format of videos is a lot more engaging and drives home the point very quickly without them having to go through a few pages worth of info. More COGs can be seen in the game as well. So if you have bad days COGs, then you should be able to see them in the game. They are visible right now. As we progress throughout the week, those will be refined and more designs will be available for use. Like I said just now, no aggressive marketing for the game yet, but I'm already seeing content coming out from Filipino influencers that are already making contents for COGs. So when they actually see that the whole process from start to finish ends up with money in their hands, then it becomes a strong value proposition for them to make content around it, and that content will be shared with their subscriber base, and that's when it starts to become viral. So we're hoping by next week the first few influencers that participate in this, even our own ones as well, like Metaverse Explorer, for example. So all these different influencers will now have content related to play to earn that they can actually use to guide new players that come in from their communities. So the majority of the content that's going to happen will be focused on the Philippine market. However, the next market we're going to is Indonesia, where the population size is 3 times that of Philippines, which is about 300 million. And then geographically, once it's stabilized, then we'll move on to different countries like India, South America, and all those other countries that basically have a huge play to earn community and are waiting for more types of these types of content. Who's using Bad Day KOGs in the game right now? Anybody have you guys actually thrown in your Bad Days KOGs and seen them in the game? Yeah, F1 Rocco. What
I'm
kind
using
of KOGs
first
are you
edition.
Yeah. So the OG is definitely a good way to flex your collection, right? Because most of the time you don't go to other people's wallet and see. So I think in terms of being able to show what you actually own, this is a amazing utility case just for at least for the aesthetic side before the tournament side comes in, and then it really becomes a race to get troops so that the utility case is complete. The other thing that we wanted to talk about is that we will bring in a select group of iOS people in our closed beta group, internal test group that is also related to the service that we are using for OBT. So in the meantime, for those people who are on iOS, next week we will compile a list of names and then we'll guide you through how to participate in the open beta through our test flight mechanism. Yes, I know, like quite a bit of people complain on the Pixel. So if you look at our ratings on Google Play Store, it's unfortunate that a lot of the people who rated us poorly did not even get to try the game because their handset was incompatible. And I know a lot of people have come back to us regarding suggestions on different tools. However, Martin has assured me basically he will go through the required process to make sure these handsets are compatible as much as we can. I think it's just a matter of us being able to find out specifically what it is with those 4 or 5 different devices that don't seem to make it compatible. However, Pixel 6 Pro seems to work. So it's not just all the phones in the Pixel line. It could be something that we need to look into further. And we are going to purchase the handsets to make sure that these guys basically get sorted out quickly.